I greet you in the wonderful name of the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of all glory, who is the Lord of all. I trust that God is blessing you. I mean, we started with this series on how to build wealth. Dear beloved saints, partakers of the heavenly calling, how you must do something to build wealth for yourself. Don't just give your tithe and say, God is going to give me. I gave, God will give me. Hey, God is not a slot machine. It's not like winning the lotto. Oh, I bought a ticket from God, then I'm waiting for the draw. God is going to bless me. Hey, you need to do something. Faith without works is dead. Do something. Do something. So we talked about saving 10% of your income. Talked about preparing for the flow, preparing for the supply by digging your trenches, creating a system that will not only hold, that it will receive currency from somewhere else. It will receive current, the flow, water from somewhere else. It will receive finances from somewhere else, right in front of your tent. And then we talked about how you can defeat debt. Use 20% of your income to pay off your debt, but always make sure you still keep your 10%, your saved 10% income. So you budget. Nehemiah, he was like, hey, I say to the people, we're going to keep tight guard here. We are really going to watch out. We're going to watch over the city. We are going to make sure nothing distracts us. He says, I didn't even take off my clothes except to wash them. That's like saying, yeah, you know what? I didn't even watch TV except when I needed to watch the news, I mean, why would you spend 3 hours watching a soapy or some soapy opera on TV when you have the enemy bearing down on you, trying to take you out? I mean, you're struggling finances, but you never miss an episode of Muvango. For those who are listening from outside of Swaziland or outside of Africa, Muvango is an African soap opera. And why would you watch every single episode, but yet you have the enemy, you have debt, and you have lack of finances flowing into your life? You need to get rid of that and use that time more effectively. Do something else. Have a side hustle. Work. Do something. Make donuts to sell. Whatever. Do something. To do something at the side to make sure you're creating finances so you can fight off your enemy and you can be able to build. All right. Now I've been waiting for this fourth part, which is to give you the formula for building wealth. Yes, there is a formula. I started by telling you that money is a game. It's called doubles. The objective, double your money as many times as possible, as regularly as possible. Now, that doesn't mean that you overcharge for services. No. You must always give fair price. Always put fair price on everything, on anything. Because if you're unfair, God hates unfair scales. That's what the Bible says. He hates unfair scales. So, selling on fair price. But the objective of the game is to double your money as often as you can, as many times as you can. Right. So, let me tell you a story. There was once a Chinese emperor. That was a long time ago, and he lost his son in war. And he had been grieving for a long time because he was trying to understand what happened. Where did he go wrong? What did he not do right? What happened? He was mourning. He was trying to get some closure. And that went on for years and years because he was a beloved emperor, of China in his time. And things were hectic, things were rough. And one day, one of the wise men to the emperor came to the king with a game called chess. You know chess. Where you have the pawn, you have the knight, you have the bishop, then you have the king, you have the queen, you have the castle. Chess, CHESS. So he brought it to the emperor and played game with them, try to kind of recreate what happened with his son, for his son to get killed in battle. And for some reason, the king was like, wow, you know what? Now I understand where we went wrong. We should have done this and that. And it gave him closure. So he was so grateful, so excited about the game. He loved the game of chess from then on because, it was soothing for him. And he said to the wise man, name anything and I'll give it to you. Anything at all, I'll give it to you. You want gold, you want silver, anything, I'll give you. You want houses, lands, I'll give you. And the man said, no, I don't want anything. The wise man was like, I don't want anything. The king was saying, no, I'm not having that. Please, what do you want? The emperor said, what do you want? The man said, okay, if you insist, here's a chessboard with 64 squares. He says, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put 1 grain of rice on the first square. And on the second square, I want you to double the number of rice grains on the first. So you put 1 grain, on the next you must put 2 grains. Now, on the next square, I want you to double the amount of the previous square. So you have put 4 grains. And on the next square, you double, and it must be 8 grains. So on until you fill the whole chessboard. The emperor was like, that's easy, my man. That's simple. Please, servants, come. How can you ask for such a small thing? 1 grain and doubling it every time I come to a square and doubling the previous amount. That's small. So they started. They put 1 square. But by the time they got to half the chessboard, they realized, hey, the grain is a lot. Before they even finished the 64 squares, they realized that it would take almost all of the rice in China just to fill the chessboard, and then some more. And that is what I want to talk to you about. The secret to the cycles of building wealth. Money is the game of doubles. Okay. Let's say, for example, you have 2,000 emalangeni. I said that, if you've saved up 2,000 emalangeni and you'd like to become a millionaire, I said you actually are 9 doubles away from a million. Okay, here's how it works, right? Let's say you take 2,000 emalangeni and you put it in a business. Now remember, no get-rich-quick schemes. No, put money today. In 30 days, you get double, triple. No, I'm talking about real business. Remember I said if you want to prosper, supply what people need. Do what people need and you will prosper. You will get rich, no questions asked, because that's just how it works, right? So let's say you've saved up 2,000 emalangeni and you put it in a business, whether it takes 2 months or 3 months, and you double your money. You get 4,000, the initial investment plus the profit. And instead of spending that money, you take the whole 4,000 and you put it back in. You invest it again. First cycle has gone, you made 4,000. Now you do the investment. Second cycle comes out, you get 8,000. 4,000 has doubled, it's now 8,000. That's cycle number 2. Then you put the money back in. And then you do the work, you do your business until the money doubles. You're 16,000, cycle number 3. That's double cycle number 3, remember? Then you put it again, and the 16,000 doubles to 32,000. That's your double cycle number 4. You put that back in, you do your business as usual, and you double it. Cycle number 5, you have 64,000. Then you put it in again. Then you do the work still. You keep your investment, you keep your costs low, you keep going, you do diligent work. Cycle number 6 comes out, 64,000 has doubled into 128,000 because you're doubling it, it's double, right? You go into cycle number 7, double cycle, because the game is doubles. That's the objective of the game. Double your money as many times as possible, as often as possible, right? Without overcharging. So you put 128,000, it doubles to 256,000. You double that, it's 512,000. That's cycle number 8. If you go into cycle number 9, 512,000 becomes 1,024,000. So in 9 double cycles with 2,000 emalangeni, you have actually created, you have actually become a millionaire by playing the game smart. How does it work? Double it. Why did I tell you that story about the Chinese wise man who said to the king, put 1 grain on the first square and then double it on the second, double it on the third, double that on the third, double that on the fourth? What happens? It's what we call exponential growth. Look in nature. God created bacteria. Do you know how bacteria multiplies? 1 cell divides into 2. So you have 1 bacteria cell, it divides into 2. Those 2 will split into 2. Those 2 will split into another 2. So you had 1 cell, you have 2 cells. After those 2 cells split, you have 4 cells. Those 4 cells split, you have 8 cells. Those 8 cells split, you have 16 cells. And before you know it, if they split 9 times, you have over 1 million cells. Over 1,024,000. Now, this is a simple strategy. Not easy. Simple because it's not complicated. Not easy because it's hard work. It's not get rich quick scheme. Brother, it takes a lot of work. It takes work to double your money. It's work. It takes discipline. You don't now go to the fast food joint down the road because, now you've made 64,000. It's about time you got yourself a big screen TV so you can watch the World Cup in style. No, but you keep the discipline and you build that discipline in the foundation stage where you are able to save 10% of your income. That's why you must start there. If you're not ready for addition, you're not ready for multiplication. If you're ready to do the addition in the saving 10% of your income every month, you are ready to do the multiplication of your investment. No get rich quick schemes, but just pure business, pure build a business. And how do you get a business? How do you build a business? Simple. Supply what people need. Do you know that whether there's a recession or not, the company that makes baby diapers and women's sanitary pads will always be in business? They will always sell. Whether there's a recession or not, whether there's a financial meltdown or not. Why? Because they supply what people need. Babies will always be born. That's why babies will always need disposable diapers. People now don't want to spend time washing cloth diapers. No. You want to just dispose and just be done with it. And so the guys making disposable diapers are making a killing. It's not fancy work. It's not fancy business. But brother, it's effective and efficient. That's what you need. Once the baby is born, for the next 3-4 years of wearing diapers, 3 years, 4 if things are not whatever. You have a customer. And they're going to be able to double, to do all kinds of nice stuff. So you say to me, but Prophet, how can I do this? Who else does this? Okay. Have you heard of something called multi-level marketing? Why is it that it has boomed so much over the years? It's because they use this formula. How do they do it? Okay. They'll say, all right, we want you to join our network marketing. We sell products. Now, of course, they are selling legit products. They are selling legit products. When you buy, you get value for your money. You're buying a product. I'll say, okay, when you buy, we just want you to introduce 2 people into this business so they buy 2. They become customers as well. If you introduce 2 people, we're going to give you a reward. And if you get those 2 people to also bring other 2 people each, they will also get a reward. And if those people also bring 2 other people, they will also be rewarded. And now, if you're the customer, from the customer's side looking in, it may look like, oh man, this is hard. This is unfair. This is what. But it's just a strategy. It's just a business strategy. You just need to be on the correct side of the equation. You need to become you need to become the multi-level money doubler. Yeah. So you should aim, if you say you have a bread selling business, if you sell 20 loaves, aim to sell 40 loaves. Then aim to double that to 80 loaves. And believe me, the money will just keep flowing in. Multi-level business, they discovered this and they've been using it to perfection. And people say, no, it's unfair. But it's business strategy. It's just business. It's a strategy you use. Now, I'm giving this to you. I'm giving this to the church. I would love to give this to the church first. That's why I value the church. I value the body of Jesus Christ. I really want to see you guys, prosper. I really want to see Christians get something decent, own something decent, own the wealth. The Bible says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, for whom whose hands it will eventually find its way. And I think it's time. That's why God is teaching us this thing today, so that we can know how to get it. Because if God transfers wealth into your hands today and you don't practice this saying, saving 10%, digging your trenches, defeating debt, and doubling your money as many times as you can, as often as you can. If you don't do these things, that money will find its way back into the hands of the sinners. It will find its way back into the world. It will leave your hands. Because remember, money is neither lost nor destroyed. It's mere transferred from one party to the next. When you've said, I have wasted my money, some guy is saying, yo, what a customer walked into my business. Yo, man, that guy, he spent 20,000 here. You're home crying, oh, my 20,000 is gone. What did I do? Where did it go? How? You look through the receipts to see it all adds up. Someone else on the other side of the equation says, wow, today I made a killing. Today I made a killing. So what do you need to do? You need to work this in your favor. Yeah? Work this in your favor. Multi-level business, they work it in their favor. They do it. Oh, but prophet, how does it work? How can it do it? Okay. Look at how God made you. You are born a product of two parents who are a product of four parents, because you are here, your parents are two, your grandparents are four, your great-grandparents are 8, great-great-great-grandparents are 16, because as you go, each person is a result of two people coming together. That's how it is. Each person, each human being is a result of two human beings communicating, coming together to create a life. If you go back 7 generations, you have 256 people. That's your family tree. That's how God did it. That's how God does it in nature. Now you need to use the same strategy, use the same formula. I like to call it the 7 cycles to prosperity, because usually by the time you get to the 7th generation of doubling your money, you have a lot. You have a lot. From then on, it's a breeze. If you can discipline yourself to get to cycle number 7 of doubling your money, I'm telling you, from then on, it's easier. It's so much easier to get going. So remember, stay away from get-rich-quick schemes. Be disciplined. Start with the addition. Save 10% of your income. If you have debt, use 20% of your income to pay it off. Budget to stay within 70% of your income. Fight off debt. When it comes to investment, the objective, double your money as many times as you can, as often as you can, without overcharging. It's kind of funny the way I say that, without overcharging. So God bless you. Next, I'm going to do something else on how to build a business. And I think God is really ready to bless the Church of Jesus Christ, to transfer wealth to us. Be blessed. This is Prophet Harvey. Stay well.